Hey guys, just thought I'd start doing these Facebook Lives in response to a bunch of you, and you know who you are. Have had a bunch of people say, "Hey, miss your videos. When are you going to start doing videos again on Facebook?" And you know what? The simple reason I stopped was that it is so time consuming, in trying to find the time to do that. So I am going to make a commitment though. I am going to go ahead and do these Facebook Live videos maybe once a week. And what cracks me up is this. I really don't want to do this today. I'm not very interested. I just don't feel like doing it. Okay, can I be honest with you? Just don't feel like doing it. But I've got it on my agenda here. And because it's on my agenda, I've made a commitment to it. I'm going to do it. In fact, that's really what we need to do. When we know we need to do something, we use Nike's slogan, just do it, right? So I'll tell you a little story. I used to swim every morning. That was the way I worked out. I used to get up, get my bathing suit on, and just get out there and hit the pool every morning about 5 a.m. And I would do that rain or shine. I would do that no matter what the weather was. Didn't matter if I felt good. Didn't matter if it was a good day to swim. Like in Florida, sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it might get to 20 degrees and there's frost on the roof, and I'm not talking snow or anything, but it would be cold, but I would swim anyway. And there were days where it would take me about 15 minutes after I got out of the pool to stop shivering. It would be that cold. And I would do it no matter what though, even if it was raining. Now if it's lightning, obviously that's a different story. But here's the deal. I would do it because I decided to do it. So that's why I'm here with you. I decided to do it in response to those of you who are asking. Just going to share some leadership and personal development tips with you, maybe once a week, maybe a couple times a week. So if you like this, let me know. Let me see. I see Shantae. Shantae's there. Trisha, Joyce Lee. Hey. So just let me know if you are interested in this, and I'll keep doing them. Okay? Just a way to bring you some leadership and personal development tips that'll help you grow from the inside out. And yeah, I see some thumbs up. Cool. So if that's interesting to you, I don't know what time I'll be doing it every week. You can give me some suggestions. Tell me what works for you. Tell me what would be good. Of course, you can always catch the recording. And I just want you to know right now, I am not good with this Facebook Live stuff. This is like only the third time I've done this, so I might be fidgeting around with all these things. Can't really figure out all the things. And if I take my glasses off, I cannot even see your comments. And here's the deal. Shantae, you're so sweet. So when I have my glasses on, first off, I usually don't wear my glasses when I'm speaking, like to a crowd, because I don't want there to be any reflection from the light, because that restricts the view. I want people to be able to see my eyes so that there's no barrier. So when I'm speaking and there's a spotlight or something on, sometimes you see that big glow, right? And you can't see a person's eyes. And another reason, and I'll just tell you this flat out, another reason why I don't wear these on Facebook Live is because I wear progressive bifocals, and just magnifies all the wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? As leaders, you got to get to the place where you just don't care what people think. You hear me? You just don't care what people think, and that's a big hurdle. You just have to become comfortable in your own skin. And I don't know, maybe that comes with age, right? Maybe that comes with experience. Maybe, I don't know, you just got to get to that place where it just doesn't, those are not big issues anymore. It's more important to be able to give and help people than to look perfect and have everything together. So if you're with me, let me see, what is it, the like button? Is that how this works? Again, this is kind of so new to me. Yeah, Shantae, what people think about you is none of your business. Right. I'm with you, gal. I'm with you. So I was telling you the story about just do it because I really am not in the mood to do this. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I'm just not in the mood to do a video. Because you got to be on when you're doing a video. So I was explaining how when I would swim every morning, even in the cold weather, because that was my way of working out, even when it was 20 degrees outside, I would jump in the pool and I would swim every morning, frost on the roof, etc. So my daughter comes out one time and she sits on the edge of the pool. She dips her feet in and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, how is it that you can swim in 20-degree weather?" And who knows what the temperature of the water was. She goes, "How do you do it?" And I stood on the edge of the diving board while she's asking me that question. And I said, "Tiff, if I thought about it, I wouldn't do it. If I thought about how cold it was going to be, if I thought about how uncomfortable it was going to be swimming in those laps in that cold water, if I thought about the fact that it's going to take me at least 15, 20 minutes to stop shivering when I get out of the pool, I wouldn't do it." So you just don't think about it. You just do it. Because if you stop and think about how tough it's going to be, you'll never jump. So if you're standing on the edge of that diving board, whatever your diving board is right now, you may not be diving into a pool, but what are you up against right now? What is on your to-do list today? Like I shared with you what was on mine. What's on your to-do list that you really just don't feel like doing? Don't think about it. If you've already made the decision to do it, then jump. Just do it. Just go for it. That's the only way you get ahead, right? You just have to do it. Hey, Priscilla, good to see you. So here's what we're going to do on these Facebook Live videos. It's going to be super casual. If you've got questions, pop them in there. I'm going to try to keep watching as I'm doing the video here, try not to be distracted. But here's what we're going to do. And tell me if this is going to be a help to you, okay? So we're going to talk about how to help you in the leadership arena, how to help you grow from the inside out, and really leadership boils down to 4 things, okay? There are 4 traits of what I call an optimized leader, and John Maxwell, my mentor, has taught me this, but it starts with, we just use the acronym REAL, R-E-A-L, REAL, okay? So 4 traits of what I call an optimized leader. First, it starts with relationships, okay? So R, relationships, R in REAL, relationships. So you've got to have the skills to communicate. You've got to have the skills to connect with people. And that's what's cool about some of the tools that we offer. We use assessments and communication impact reports, DISC reports, to help people connect with their team. In fact, I was with the team in Jacksonville last weekend, and we did the Maxwell Communications workshop and had everybody bring that report with them. And it was a great time where they got to know what their communication style was and the communication style of the others on their team, so that they knew how to engage with them. So if you're a leader in a leadership position, which I bet you are if you're watching this, you've got to learn how to communicate effectively to your people. And that starts with being genuine. It starts with loving people. It starts with valuing people. If you don't value people, you're not going to communicate well. Do you hear me? If you don't value people, you're not going to communicate well, because you don't give a flip. You don't care what you say. You don't care how it's going to hurt their feelings. You don't care how, to couch it in a way that they're going to really receive it. And when you're dealing with other people's communication styles, because they hear differently and they have different motives, even when they're listening, you've got to be so attuned to how they receive communication. And honor that. Try to communicate with them in a way that they can hear you. And that takes some skill there. So R, in being an optimized leader, in being a real leader, if we're using the acronym REAL, it's relationships. As a leader, relationships are first, okay? So E, love this one. E stands for equipping. As a leader, we've got to equip our people. We've got to help them succeed. We've got to give them the resources, the training, the coaching, the mentoring to help them evolve. I had a quote on Facebook earlier today, and I was going to grab my phone, but I'm using it here, so that won't work, will it? The idea of a leader, though, is to develop not followers. The idea as a leader, the goal as a leader, is to develop other leaders. So just if you have followers, that doesn't mean you're a great leader. If you have followers, you want to take those followers and turn them into leaders so that you can then duplicate yourself, so that you can get more done. That's what leadership is, right? So the E in REAL, a real leader, stands for equipping. You've got to equip people. The A stands for attitude, and isn't that important, right? I mean, if you've got people on your team, or if you have a sucky attitude, not going to be a good leader. Sorry, you gotta have a good attitude, right? So if this is helping you guys, let me see some likes, because I just want to know that this is a value to you guys. If you've got questions, throw those in there. The next one is L for leadership skills. You've got to grow your leadership skills. And how do you do that? How do you do that? You look for books. You look for, my goodness, if you saw the bookshelf that I had here, I've got all kinds of leadership books on this side of me. If I can move the camera, I would. Maybe I'll show that to you sometime. But stacked full of business books, leadership books, books on communication, books on relationships. Because again, leadership is all about relationships, right? It's valuing people. So we'll be talking about relationships on these videos. We'll be talking about equipping people how to do that effectively. I'll give you some tips and tricks if my mouth works correctly. We'll be talking about attitude, how to have a servant's heart, how to be positive and yet persistent. We'll be talking about, again, leadership skills, the ability to cast a vision, the ability to delegate and be strategic with who you hand things off to, being direct with your words, and how to empower people. So let me know. Do you guys have questions? Is this thing still working? I'm gonna touch it. Is this thing still working? Let me see if this help me out. Just if you're there, throw out a comment. Just let me make sure that this is still going live. Maybe I should look at my laptop, and I can't even see myself. How do you guys do that? Can you see yourself when you're doing this? Somebody who knows anything about Facebook Live, just throw me a comment and tell me if I should be able to see myself. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. So throw some questions out there. If you've got questions, let me see how I can help you. Oh, I'm off camera, aren't I? There we go. So I'm gonna if I don't see any questions, I'm gonna just close this out here. But know that I'll be doing these regularly, so I guess you can watch the recording. Shantae, you don't have the guts to go live yet. Okay, so how about you just do it, right? Do like I did. I wrote it down. I'm doing it today. Wrote it in my planner. And here's the deal. I'm doing it whether I like it or not, whether I feel like it or not. Shantae says, what was L? L stands for leadership. So if we're using the acronym REAL as an optimized leader, R is relationships, E is equipping, A is attitude, L is leadership. So we want to grow our leadership skills to have more of an impact, right? So just think about that. Some folks don't think they're making an impact, but you are. You are. Every person you encounter, you impact their lives. Now, here's the deal. You'll impact them for good or bad. You'll have a positive impact or a negative impact, or what I call a neutral impact. And that kind of stinks, doesn't it? How, you can encounter people and they just, have you ever been with somebody's in the room and they're just in the room, right? They're neutral. It's like it doesn't make a difference if you're with them or not. They have nothing to offer you. Don't be that kind of person. You want to be the kind of person that adds value to others. And so we'll be talking about some stuff like that. So good question, Shantae. Anyone else have a question? Just throw it up there real quick and see if I can answer that for you. These are just going to be really casual, really sometimes off the cuff. If you've got questions, just throw them out there. If not, we'll close up. We'll be done. But you can check back for the recording, share it with people. And if you want more, go to my website, traveluteleadership.com. Let me spell travel. Sometimes that's Travelute, TRAVELUTE, leadership.com. TRAVELUTE, leadership.com. Go to that website. You'll find all kinds of stuff. There's also a button where you can contact me. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. So I'm going to end. I'm going to sign off. Hope I'm doing this right. And love you guys. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what topics you want me to share with you. Let me know what would help you grow personally so that you can grow professionally and be more successful. Okay? Sound good? All right. Hey, thank you.